Hello guys. Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Look who we have on our table once again. Our one and only OBO and the ebony beauty mother of his first child, Sophia. Hey, both of you again? I thought that we have sent your files to the archives. What are both of you doing on our plates once again? Come. I will tie the both of you. I will chain the both of you. Oh yeah, both of you slide down. Quickly, come down.
Come on, Rodney.
Aha. Good for you. Pikin we say in mama no go sleep. Himself no go sleep. Oya Joko Simbe, sit down here. Let us talk. David Adedeji Adeleke is a man that needs little or maybe no introduction at all. This 31-year-old superstar is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, and producer. He has worked so hard to put Nigeria, Africa, and Afrobeats on the global map, and we love him for that. In 2014, when Davido was 20 years old, he met and began something with Sophia Momodu, who was 26 at the time. I call it something because the definition of what they had still remains in question. While Davido presents it as a casual affair, as a fling, Sophia insists that it was a full-blown dating relationship. Be that as it may, Sophia got pregnant for Davido. He took responsibility of the baby. They had a beautiful baby shower with friends, and on the 15th of May the next year, in 2015, they welcomed their first child, a gorgeous princess whom Davido named Imade after his late mother, Mrs. Veronica Imade Adeleke. The relationship between Davido and Sophia has never been laden with roses and butterflies for a long time. It has always been fraught with tension and misunderstandings and basbos. Shortly after Imade was born, Davido and Sophia had their first major altercation on social media. Davido had described Sophia as a fling, a head-butting casual lover who was years older than him, who was able to exploit and manipulate his youth and naivety. So on this fateful day, Sophia took to social media to allege that Davido had lured her and her child to his sister's house, and that they had forcefully taken the baby away from her, and that every effort to get this baby back proved abortive, and in fact the Adelekes planned to ship this baby away, whisk her to the United States without her, the mother's, permission or knowledge. Davido fired back, asserting that Sophia is in no position to care for his child. He accused Sophia of exposing his daughter to health hazards from her constant use of cannabis. He also claimed that Sophia was in the habit of abandoning the baby at home and taking to the streets to party and club, and that the baby was not well catered to under Sophia's custody. Guys, it was a major public controversy. But after some time, after family intervention, after so much media frenzy, they managed to come to a common ground. Sophia took custody of the baby, and it seemed like all was well. But that was only temporal. Now there has been several social media call-outs, several litigation and legal suits, several bad blood, cease and desist orders, and drama that has ensued between these two over the years. But I would spare you all of these details. Let us speak about the most recent episode. A few days ago, news broke that Davido had dragged Sophia to court, and his originating motion had only one prayer to the courts. It said, Davido prayed the court for an order granting joint custody of Miss Imade Adeleke to the applicant, that's to him. So Davido is not asking for sole custody of the child. He is asking for joint custody. It said, or in the alternative, the singer prayed to court for an order granting to the applicant unfettered and unrestricted access to Miss Imadi, his daughter. So in essence, Davido is saying he loves his child. He wants to be present in his child's life. He is doing his best to provide financially for that child. Look at this part where he said this. Look at this. He said that it has been on record that I have been responsible for the payments of all the school fees of my daughter and to provide her with the best education possible. I have been providing money for the rent of the apartment where Sophia resides with my daughter. He said that as a result of the love he has for his daughter, he purchased and offered the mother a 200 million naira worth apartment with swimming pool, 24-hour power and water supply at Oniru in Victoria Island. He claimed that this offer was turned down and that after Sophia turned down the offer, she's demanding that he continues to pay the sum of 5 million naira annually for a rented facility. He also went forward to mention how the child's school had called him and said that the child was absent from school for 2 weeks and that when he called Sophia, Sophia told him that the Range Rover SUV that he had provided for them was not in a good condition and that she didn't inform him prior to when the school called, and he immediately sent another vehicle to them. In essence, he was saying that he has been and is ready and willing to remain financially committed to the growing and upkeep of his daughter. But Sophia is using that child as a bait to financially exploit him, and that whenever he falls short of her outrageous financial demands, she uses the baby to punish him by denying access to the baby. Now, these are Davido's allegations, and this is what he has always stood by and alleged for the longest possible time. Now, before we go into Sophia's response, which is the core of this video, let us recall that only a few months ago, Sophia had issued a cease and desist order to Davido, threatening to sue him and accusing him of threatening her life, cyberbullying her, and constantly harassing her. So the back and forth, the rights of the lawyer response to lawyer has been going on for a while between these two. So let us take a look at Sophia's response to all of these Davido's many allegations. She responded. On relationship, the letter her lawyers wrote, of course through what she had informed them, said David and Sophia were in a relationship from 2014 to 2017 and again from 2020 to 2022. During this time, Davido provided financial support for their daughter, school fees, rent, and other living expenses, including the cars mentioned in that article. 2. End of relationship. Sophia ended the relationship with David in July of 2022, and since then, David has repeatedly threatened to make Sophia's life miserable if she does not make herself available to him sexually. She alleged that David not seeing his daughter was entirely his decision and that she has never denied him access to the child, insisting that Davido has financially neglected his daughter and that she, Sophia, has been solely responsible for the upkeep of the child ever since they broke up for the second time in 2022. She said regardless of this neglect, she strongly maintains that the most important support that David can provide to their daughter is his presence and emotional support. We're going to comb this line, but let us end her statement where she says that Sophia has never denied David access to their daughter. She has only denied him access to her body and intimacy, which he has taken issues with. One major line in Sophia's response that has got our eyes popping out of their sockets is when she mentioned that they had gotten back again in 2020 and had dated for another 2 years till 2022 here, 2 years ago here. And people were like, you mean after all those public shame, all those disgracing, all those Davido calling her names, calling her old, slut shaming her, age shaming her, in fact, beauty shaming her. There was nothing that Davido didn't say about her. Sophia, you mean you got back to that man? Davido, you got back to that woman? It's alright. Wonders shall never end. But let's take this step by step.